Hey, this is Chris. I've just been in New Zealand and I'm telling you, I've got to go away more often. I've come back and we've just had a record month. Been back a couple of weeks and we're breaking yet nearly $6 million worth of sale. Best place to be. I learned so much. I've recently returned from the NZREC, the New Zealand Real Estate Conference, their first ever. Good mate of mine, Kyle, one of the keynote speakers. A good mate of Kyle was Diego. He set up this conference. So it was a great opportunity for me to fly over, catch up with Kyle, catch up with a couple other clients who are in New Zealand who manage. We've got properties here on Russell Island and a great opportunity to meet some outstanding real estate agents. So I went because I can learn from agents around the world, and it's easy to talk to agents you don't compete with. One of my biggest learnings was a video. A lady by the name of Lisa Simmons. She works in Devonport in Auckland, and she does videos. And we've done one of her videos. We listed the property for sale, sold it in 7 days over the asking price. And a lot of this had to do with the Linda Simmons video. Quick 3-minute video of the house, where I'm having a chat to the owner. I'm asking the owner a few questions. Why did you buy in this location? Why did you buy this property? What do you like about the property and why are you selling? It becomes a 3-minute documentary, not much about the agent trying to sell the house. It's just about the owner, about what they love about their property and the location. What we found with YouTube, people watch 90 to 100% of the video. A lot of other YouTube videos, people are only watching 10, 20% of it. So the retention on the video was huge. The views was huge. We sold this property within a week. That's something you're going to see us do a lot more of. These videos are fantastic, and it was worth the trip to New Zealand. Just have a chat to Linda, see how and why and her success on these videos. I've been to the Australian real estate conferences and this one in New Zealand. The average speaker in New Zealand was probably 35 years old. These are young, initiative real estate agents, really successful, selling tens of millions of dollars worth of property a year, doing really well. And that I found refreshing. It was nice to listen to people 35 to 45, listen to their point of view, not just some old goose like me. The one is great, a lot of speakers, but a lot of those speakers are 45 to 75. A lot of experience, but it's just refreshing to listen to young people with new ideas. Someone said to me, I heard it as a child, up until 40, you want to spend time learning from people over 40. But once you get over 40, you want to spend time with people under 40 to learn from them as well. It's something I try to achieve. That's why I talk to you, Kyle, because what are you, 23?
That's right.
It gives you good round balance and thoughts and ideas. The thing I picked up on was the Australian economy versus the New Zealand economy. In Australia, we've got 600,000 people moving to this country every year. New Zealand doesn't have that. New Zealand's got a lot of Kiwis moving back to Australia, part of our 600 plus people. Their real estate market has been hurting for the last couple of years. Similar to Canada, similar to the UK. Their market's been dropping and hurting. It's our population increase that's actually been helping the economy in this country. The flip side of that is causing our housing crisis for tenants. It's been one of the big reasons why our prices have increased dramatically in the last couple of years. But listening to people over there, listening to people from CoreLogic, listening to people from realestate.com and a couple of other very influential people over there, you can see their interest rates dropping probably early next year. They're all expecting a much stronger 25. Looking at what's happening over here, Sydney, Melbourne, they've been hurting the last few months. Brisbane's still been doing well because we've still got people moving into southeast Queensland. And then bringing that locally, our market's just still going up. I mean, we've got a median price on this island the last month that's $100,000 higher than the month prior. The price increase, it's a change in buyers. They're buying bigger properties, buying nicer properties. They've got more money to spend, which is a really interesting trend I've seen in October. This month we'll probably turn over $6.5 to $7 million in a month. My biggest month ever on the island. But that's just from things happening not just locally on the island, southeast Queensland, but movement from, you can see the change in Sydney and Melbourne and in New Zealand, and you can see how it all interconnects. Well, locally, a couple of things going on, and it's interesting looking at local in the world. So at the moment, here we are on the 25th of October. Tomorrow we've got a state election. State and federal elections affect the market. It has affected our market with the number of listings coming on the market. It's affecting things forward here. So we'll get our state election tomorrow. In the next 2 weeks, I think it is, we've then got the US election. Normally a US election is not a big thing, but we're talking Trump again and it's happening around the same with our state election. And then early next year, somewhere between February and May, win for a federal election. Buyers and sellers do ponder and wonder what's going to happen after this election. So a lot of people sit on their hands. This might have something to do with Sydney and Melbourne to a degree. Their prices are high. Interest rates have been moving up. So where do I see next year? I still see next year on the islands as very strong because we're an affordable place. Another trend I've seen over the last 12 months is a lot more Brisbane buyers coming to the island. Traditionally, we were always Sydney, Melbourne buyers, and our Kiwi friends coming across here too. For affordable people, got Google, cheapest land in Australia, cheapest house in Australia. There's a house in Brisbane, and we're on the list. But that's starting to change. Look, I want to put a big shout out to Gary from Gallery 19. Gary and I have just sponsored a local show, Dracula. We've had probably 8 shows. We've got one more to go on the 3rd of October. Been a fantastic show. It's been lots of fun. But if it wasn't for Gary, there'd be no sound. There'd be no production. He was the man behind all the audio. Gary and I have both invested several $1,000s into this performance. It was a fantastic community event. We would have 50 or 100 people turn up each night, having a ball. A lot of people get dressed up in their Dracula gear, and it was just fun. It's just been a really cool community event. I think they're now talking about doing another one. These are things that I enjoy supporting and sponsoring because it just brings community together. It gives the actors a chance. It gives all the people on the backstage or the crew a chance to involve, and then gives community people a chance to come and see something. At $35 a head to see a fantastic show. There's no profit made on these shows. It's just about even. That's all it's about. Just giving. If it wasn't for Gary from Gallery 19, Robert Street, drop into his gallery, have a look. Fantastic bloke. Most of our buyers have been in Brisbane. They're selling between $1 and $1.5 million, and they're coming here spending $500,000 to $800,000. They've still only got a mortgage that they had several years ago of $200,000 to $300,000. If they're going to spend $500,000, they've got some money to put in the bank. They're going to spend $800,000, they've probably still got $300,000 or $400,000 to put in the bank. You're in a lifestyle. A lot more people are seeing that. It's all the new infrastructure that we've had coming on with new jetties. That's $50 million spent here in the last 6 months. We've got new barges coming. There's a whole lot of talk. The islands, people are going, hang on, these islands aren't what they used to be. These islands are actually a really nice place to be. Where I see November, once we've got the election out of the way, I think we're going to have a bit of a waterfall of listings come on the market. I think there's going to be a bit of a change. When there's more listings come on the market, more buyers are going to turn up. November is going to be quite a hypo month, I think. I don't know if we're going to get the same sales levels of October. If we continue going, I'll sell another $5 million in November. Last year, I sold $20 million in 12 months. That's about $1.7 million a month. Here I am now talking $5+ million months. Yes, there is growth. I've got buyers now. I've got builders coming to me saying, Chris, I want to buy 10 or I want to buy 20 blocks of land. And I'm now trying to find them. Whereas historically, I could go, yeah, here you go, here's a list. Let's grab 10 or 15 blocks of land. And now I'm ringing other agents trying to find land. It's want to build their 10 speckies a year. They want to build them, sell them, move on because they know they're going to make a profit. They know the demand's there for 25. I've been talking to a builder on Macleay. Blake actually been land banking in 24, expecting 25 to be a lot bigger. So he's expecting to make a greater profit on his resales on Macleay. I mean, 23, he was selling houses 500 to 550. This year, he's been selling them early sixes. So next year, he'll be selling 650 to 750 for brand new houses on Macleay Island. Not only homes he builds, but that's where things are moving to. If you've got a thought about selling, give me a call. 555 997. There is movement. Now's the time to be picking up the phone because now's the time you're going to be getting a good price for your property. I'm also getting a lot of, not subject to sale or sales in a row. So we're putting together sales where there's 3 or 4 sales in a line at the moment, whether they're my sales or mainland sales. There's a lot of juggling with mainland agents picking up the phone. Okay, these people want to buy this property. I'll do a bit of quick research. First thing I'm going to do is jump on CoreLogic, make sure the house is worth 1.2. I'm then ringing their agent. Is that property worth 1.2? How long is it going to take to sell? So we can make a decision on which buyer to go with over here. An unfortunate situation this month, I had 4 buyers in one house within a week, and they're all qualified buyers ready to go. And it's 3 buyers in that $700 range. They missed out on a house. And I don't like making those phone calls. Sorry, really great client, but unfortunately you can't buy this house. Look, for a buyer, the more cash ready you are, it's the more important to be in this market. You are competing with a lot of other buyers. You're not in the market in isolation. You're in the market in competition. You really need to be prepared. Have your finance ready. Be ready to go. You want to do a building a pest? Get them done quick. Don't muck around. Find a house, jump on it, take your time because someone else is going to buy that house. They're going to come in. The business is growing, team is expanding, and we need to continue expanding the team. Olivia Renata has just joined the team. She's come across from one of our competitors. She's got all the connections with the builders, the investors, and Olivia's going to build a fantastic part of our business. Got Amy on Macleay Island. She's been with me now for 9 months. some fantastic sales on Macleay Island and Lamb Island and now Carra. We've got 2 houses next door to each other on Carra she's just sold. She's out there got some fantastic work. Lisa's been with me for years. Again, she's working with our buyers, work in closing deals. Lisa's been doing a fantastic job, fantastic person. And again, she was in the Dracula show. So that cross is great. Deb's been with me for years doing accounts, back end, property management. I'm talking to Deb the other day. We need to expand this part of the business. So we're both on board. That's happening. I'll probably need to take on another 2 or 3 salespeople. Wow. Got the skills. Pick up the phone. Give me a call. Look, the last 6 months have been strong on the islands and our prices. The last month has been incredible. If you need an update on your property, see where you are, even if it's just for insurance value, pick up the phone. Give me a call. Happy to pop around and say, hey, this is what your property's worth today. 0420 555 997.